Geo Brags, doing the geography and also the brags, yeah.
This guy again.
Let's go!
I love this guy. What's he hiding in his
Real
pocket?
men wear yellow, baby!
Oh, is it the third round? I love the third round.
Welcome back to the Global Cities Tournament 2024! We gotta put the shades on, because the spotlight is shining bright. Welcome to the third round. This is episode number 16, and we're gonna go through the third round matchups here in quadrants 1 and 2. So without any further ado, to the previews.
Number 29 seed Madrid has done a wonderful job in its tournament history against cities not named Seoul. In fact, Madrid is 4-0 all time, including pretty straightforward victories in GCT 24 against Doha and Lyon. Unfortunately for Madrid, they are going to have to face off with Seoul for the second consecutive third round. Seoul are the number 8 overall seed, and they are 9-0 in their tournament history, having defeated both Lagos and Houston in this tournament. Will the rematch with Madrid prove to be much closer than it was in GC 2020? The number 9 seed Hong Kong is looking to get back to the round of 16 for the second consecutive tournament. So far in GCT 24, Hong Kong have defeated Brisbane and Brussels. In the fifth category against Brussels, Hong Kong advanced due to having better landmarks, specifically Victoria Peak. The number 26 seed Toronto from Ontario, Canada is the first of 3 Canadian cities here in the third round. Toronto have gotten one step further than they did in GC 2020 by defeating Ho Chi Minh City and Lisbon in this tournament. The number 78th ranked city of Vancouver from British Columbia in Canada has made its first ever appearance in the third round now. They advanced out of the first round against Osaka on the basis of having better nature with Stanley Park and had a more straightforward victory in the second round against Sene. The number 25 seed is São Paulo from São Paulo State in Brazil. This is the second consecutive tournament that São Paulo have made it to the third round. Its city slogan of "I am not led, I lead" carried it past Manchester in the first round, and São Paulo also had a more straightforward second round victory against Guadalajara. Number 51 ranked Frankfurt from the state of Hesse is leading a strong contingent of 4 German cities here in the third round. Frankfurt have done quite a great job against the Asian cities in this tournament, defeating Jeddah and Bangkok without having had to face a fifth category. There certainly can be no bigger step up and challenge, though, than having to face the number 1 overall seed, New York City from New York State in the United States of America, the first of the 5 American cities to participate in the third round. New York City survived a very difficult first round against Kaohsiung thanks to Arthur Ashe Stadium, but New York seemed to be back on track with a very straightforward sweep against Bucharest in the second round.
Madrid versus Seoul. 13. 4. 'This band is terrible. 10. 6. 4. Extra. 17. In the first matchup of the third round, we have the only rematch of the entire third round. It features the number 29 overall seed, Madrid, one of two cities left from Spain, taking on the number 8 overall seed and defending champions, Seoul from South Korea. These two cities famously met in the third round of GC 2020. Seoul won, 4 categories to 1. Now it's time for the rematch. First category is total Michelin stars.
Yum.
And they both have quite a few. 35 to 44. And heck, they both even have a 3-star restaurant. But Seoul has 9 extra stars. Category 1 to Seoul. Not Ricked. What was the second category? Rent cost versus purchasing power. In Madrid, they're both higher. Rent cost 11.1% higher. Purchasing power 0.1% higher. Seoul on the verge of the 4th round again. Can Madrid pull it back? Busiest airport is the third category. And Incheon International Airport, ICN, 56.1 million passengers per year. And Madrid Barajas, 60.2 million per year. 2 to 1, bringing it back. Gross domestic product per capita, 39,754 in Madrid. 35,425. Someone has finally taken Seoul to a final category. It only took 10 matchups. Not Rick says the subjective 5th category is Best Nature. Both cities famously feature rivers prominently. We have the Hangang and Madrid Rio, which has a beautiful park attached to it, a pretty cool corkscrew looking bridge. Madrid also more famous for Parque El Retiro and then Parque del Oeste. But the most natural nature Madrid has to offer is Casa de Campo. And then in Seoul we have Namsan Park. And then we have views on views. Have you ever hiked up the city wall in Seoul? Oh man, that's something Madrid does not provide. And also there is a stream downtown. 11 kilometers of pristine beauty. Cheonggyecheon. And on the back of Cheonggyecheon, Seoul, you're going back to the 4th round. Hong Kong versus Toronto. Two. $13. $3. $11. $5. Extra. $6. In our next matchup, we have the number 9 overall seed, Hong Kong, taking on the Giants from Ontario, the number 26 overall seed, Toronto, Canada, the first of 3 Canadian cities here in the 3rd round. Not Rigged demands that we begin with Healthcare Index. In Toronto, a very strong 74.5. Hong Kong, 65.8. It's 1-0 lead to Toronto. Second category is total Michelin stars, and Toronto coming in with 16. Pretty impressive for a North American city, but not impressive at all compared to Hong Kong, which has 7 3-star restaurants, 105 total Michelin stars. We're tied at 1, category 3. Number of rainy days per year closest to the target score of 120. In Hong Kong, pretty close to the target score, 136 days of rain per year. In Toronto, 126 days. You're within a week of the target score, and you're within one category of the fourth round, 2-1 lead for Toronto. Fourth category is most visited museum, and we have the most visited museum in the entire country of Canada, the Royal Ontario Museum. 1.44 million visitors per year. It's not enough. The M+ Museum in Hong Kong, 2.03 million per year. Another category 5. And it's going to be Best Stadium. It's going to be the Rogers Centre in Toronto. The first retractable roof in the world. 39,150 seats for baseball. Also for Canadian football. And it blends in with the skyline next to CN Tower. It's going to take on Hong Kong Stadium. 40,000, great for rugby, great for soccer. The stands on the side are absolutely beautiful. Fantastic cover. There's just something about the Rogers Centre being innovative. They invented the retractable roof. Toronto, get into the fourth round. Vancouver versus São Paulo. Six. One. Two. That band was still terrible. $15. $5. Extra. 10. In the third matchup of the day, we have another Canadian city, this time from British Columbia. It's the number 78 ranked Vancouver city, not expected to be here, but they are here. They're taking on the number 25 overall seed from São Paulo State in Brasil, São Paulo. First category is gross domestic product per capita, $11,577 per capita in São Paulo against $44,506. Canadian city up 1-0. Second category, which city's average high monthly temperature is closest to the target of 23 degrees Celsius? 15.08 in Vancouver. A lot farther north than you think it is. São Paulo, 26.83. That's a lot closer to 23. We're tied at 1. Third category is healthcare index, 59.9 in São Paulo. Not too shabby. But it's significantly less shabby in Vancouver, 71.7. Canada on the verge of another team in the final 16. Category the fourth. Carbon emissions per capita. Oh, and you know we got a tie game now. 10.2 tons of carbon dioxide released per person in Vancouver. Only 1.7 in Sao Paulo. And for the third straight matchup, we're going 5. And yet again, it's best stadium. And yet again, the Canadian city comes up with Rogers Arena this time. Going up against the Neoquímica Arena. Well, the Rogers Arena is for ice hockey and basketball. Seats 19,700. It's beautiful on the inside, very drab facade on the outside. As opposed to the Neoquímica Arena, which has a beautiful exterior. I mean, the west side of the stadium looks like an aquarium. It seats 47,252. The membrane of the roof acts like an aquarium. It collects rainwater from its underside, and they hosted the 2014 World Cup opener there. For a reason, and for the same reason, São Paulo go to the fourth round. Frankfurt versus New York City. Two. Four. Three. Eight. Two. Extra. 10. In the final third round matchup of Quadrant 1, we have the first of 4 German cities here in the third round. This number 51 ranked Frankfurt from the state of Hesse, taking on the number 1 overall seed. The first of 5 American cities in the third round, New York City, New York State. First category from our dear friend Not Ricked was the most species of birds. We couldn't actually get an exact number for the entire city of New York, so we went with New York County, which is Manhattan. 375 species of birds, and Frankfurt, 214. It's an easy win there for New York. Second category is rent cost versus purchasing power. And in Frankfurt, purchasing power is 28.6% higher. And the rent cost is 68.8% lower. We're tied at 1. Third category is the number of rainy days per year closest to the target score of 120. New York City with 129 days of rain per year. That's pretty close to the target. Frankfurt, it rains significantly more often, 169 days per year. New York City up 2-1. Fourth category is the combined height of the 3 tallest buildings in the city. Yeah. Frankfurt actually put up a pretty decent score for a European city. 3 tallest buildings are the Commerzbank Tower, the Messeturm, and the 4, Building 1. 748 combined meters in height in New York City. 1,448 combined meters in height. That's One World Trade Center, Central Park Tower, and 111 West 57th Street. Catchy name. New York will catch you in the fourth round.
The number 32 seed, Melbourne from Victoria, Australia, is the final city from Oceania alive in this tournament. Melbourne is also the final city that has yet to lose a category after sweeping both Hanoi and Surabaya. Can Melbourne get back to the round of 16? Melbourne's opponent has not been sweeping its competition. In fact, number 65, Montréal from Quebec, Canada, has gone to the 5th category in both of its first 2 rounds. Montreal defeated Caracas thanks to the Notre Dame Basilica as a landmark, and then they defeated Shanghai thanks to Mount Royal Park as the nature. Will the dominant run of Melbourne continue, or will the cardiac city of GCT 24 survive yet again? Number 16 seed Dubai is the first of 2 Emirati cities here in the 3rd round. Dubai were formerly the cardiac city, as you can see on the screen right now, but in this tournament, Dubai have had a much more straightforward journey with simple victories over Kinshasa and Milan. Dubai next faced the debutantes from Scotland, number 174 ranked Edinburgh, who have defeated both Nanjing and San Francisco and have been punching above their weight for the entirety of this tournament. Number 10 seed Singapore made it to the round of 16 in GC 2020, and they are 1 step away from doing it again here. So far, Singapore have won a rematch against Cape Town and have swept Athens. Singapore do face a potential step up in quality of opponent here as they face the number 27 seed Amsterdam, the sole representative from the country of the Netherlands. Amsterdam defeated Bengaluru in a sweep in the first round and made it to their first ever third round by defeating Wuhan in the 5th category. A special thank you is owed to Central Station for giving Amsterdam the Best Landmarks category win. Number 50 ranked Barcelona is the second Spanish city to take part in the third round in this year's tournament. Barcelona have overcome the poor showing that they had in GC 2020, sweeping Medellin in the first round and advancing past Chengdu in the second round thanks to Parkway as its leading landmark. Barcelona already took out the number 28 seed, so why not go on to face the number 7 seed here, the city of Los Angeles from California, the second of the 5 American cities in the third round. In GC 2020, Los Angeles fell in the third round, so they are hoping to advance at least one step further than they ever have before, already having recorded victories over Riyadh and Nagoya.
Melbourne versus Montréal. 15. 8. 13. 4. 1. Extra. 14. 'Kicking off third round action here in quadrant number 2. We have the number 32 overall seed and final representative from Oceania. That is Melbourne from Victoria in Australia. They're facing the third Canadian city of the episode from Quebec. It's number 65 overall, Montréal. The first category is given from Not Ricked is carbon emissions per capita. Australia against a major North American city. They're not going to be good scores. 13.9 tons of carbon dioxide per person in Melbourne. 10.1 in Montreal. Pretty terrible, but good enough. This time, a 1-0 lead. To the second category we go, which is the combined heights of the 3 tallest buildings in the cities. In Montréal, it's 1250 René Lévesque, 1000 de la Gauchetière, and Tour de la Bourse. Combined height of 626 meters in Melbourne. Australia 108. The Eureka Tower, the Aurora, Melbourne Central, combined height of 885. We're tied at 1. The third category is total Michelin stars, which is none for both of them. So we're still tied at 1. To the fourth category we go, highest density. Australia with highest density. 521 people per square kilometer in Montreal. 4,825, 2-1 lead. To the extra category, we must go the Happy City Index. Melbourne, 41st. Montreal, 208th. 208th. Fifth category! Fifth category again! Best slogan and city nickname combination. So let's get right into the city slogans. Montreal, it's Concordia Salus, which means well-being through harmony. Melbourne, Vides Acquidit Eundum. We gather strength as we go. Both pretty decent, leaning toward the well-being through harmony. Going to the city nicknames, we have Melbourne, kind of funny, not a positive nickname. Bleak City, Garden City. We're going to stick with Garden City, which is pretty nondescript. And then Montréal, La Métropole, the city of saints and a city of 100 steeples. I mean, just on the nicknames alone, we're gonna have to give it to the Quebecois city, Montréal. Welcome to the fourth round. Dubai versus Edinburgh. 16. 13. 10. 8. 4. Extra. 1. We have already witnessed 4 matchups go the distance, and now we have the cardiac city from GC 2020. It's number 16 overall seed, Dubai, one of 2 cities remaining from the United Arab Emirates. They're taking on Edinburgh from Scotland, the debutantes. Ranked number 174, made it to the 3rd round. Can the Cinderella story continue? First category is the public transit rating. Dubai, 31st out of the 65 cities on the Oliver Wyman Forum. Edinburgh, unranked. So we go to the daily ridership of the Dubai Metro. 684,000 daily riders, 89.6 kilometers of track. The Edinburgh trams have only 25,500 daily riders. And it only covers 18.5 kilometers. So Dubai, you're up 1-0. Total Michelin stars, Edinburgh. You got 5 of them. Dubai, you got 5 plus 12 of them, 17, a 2-0 lead to Dubai. 3rd category, busiest airport. Well, that's going to be the end of this Cinderella story. Edinburgh Airport EDI, 14.4 million. DXB, Dubai International Airport, 87 million. Dubai in a sweep. Welcome back to the 4th round. Singapore versus Amsterdam. 11. 'I swear I'll never be happy again. And don't you dare say we can just be friends. I'm not some boy that you can sway. 15. 4. 3. 2. Extra. 10. 'We have a matchup here of seeded cities. The number 10 overall seed, Singapore, looking to get back to the final 16 for the 2nd consecutive tournament. Number 27 seed, Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, has never been to the 3rd round before. Let's get right into it. First category is most visited museum, 1.4 million per year to the National Gallery of Singapore. But in Amsterdam, the Rijksmuseum gets 1.8 million visitors per year. It's a 1-0 lead to the city with the triple X on the flag. Second category is total carbon emissions per capita. And this is just depressing because Amsterdam's score, not great, 10.5 tons carbon dioxide released per person. Singapore, 30.8 tons per person. What are you doing? Down 2-0. How could this possibly be saved by Singapore? That is horrid. Population density. Which city has a higher population density? 5,277 people per square kilometer against 7,804 per square kilometer. And yes, Singapore is denser, 2-1. Fourth category is the number of rainy days per year closest to the target score of 120. And we're talking a Southeast Asian city famous for rains that last 3+ hours, 175 days per year in Singapore. And yeah, welcome to the fifth category. Again, 185 rainy days per year in Amsterdam. I'm losing my mind. That is the fifth time we've gone 5 in this episode. Best day trip. Yeah, this is not a great category for Singapore because the best day trip is the island of Pulau Ubin, which not really much to write home about. It's not on the mainland. It's still in the country. The ferry ride away, not too popular. Best day trip from Amsterdam. We had some cities from which to choose. We went with Utrecht. You know, pretty mid-sized city. Pretty picturesque. Certainly more interesting than Pulau Ubin. So, Amsterdam, for the first time, you have made it to the fourth round. Barcelona versus Los Angeles. 12. 1. 6. 3. 1. Extra. 1. In the final matchup of the day, we have the second Spanish city to participate, that is Barcelona, number 50 ranked city, taking on the number 7 overall seed from the state of California, the second of the 5 American cities. Here in the third round, Los Angeles. First category is the number of foreign tourists per year. Foreign is very important in this context. 5.8 million foreign tourists per year to Los Angeles. 9.6 per year to Barcelona. You up 1-0. Second category is crime index. Neither city scoring particularly well here. 51.6 in Barcelona and 53.0 in Los Angeles. Barcelona, a city that lost in the first round of GC 2020, on the verge of the fourth round here, up 2-0. Third category from Not Ricked is gross domestic product per capita, $35,747 per person. Barcelona. 66,810 for Los Angeles. Are we going to go 5 again? Rainy days per year, closest to the target score of 120. Los Angeles, it just doesn't rain. 34. Not much you could have done anyway. Barcelona, right on the nose. 121 days of rain per year. Oh yes, and when it rains, it pours in to the fourth round. Whew. That was a hot one there. 5 matchups out of the 8 went to the 5th category. But at the end of the day, we have 6 seeded cities that have made good on their seeds. They're into the final 16. 4 different continents have advanced into the final 16. We've gone from 32 cities down to 24. It's the business end of the tournament. And maybe you've gotten a little bit lost. That's good. We got in the leagues below showloans.com/GCT24 to see the up-to-date bracket. And if you want to see all the research done on every episode, we got the proof to show how each city won each category at the Discord linked below. We appreciate if you subscribe. That way you won't miss episode 17, where we finish the third round. That's the next episode coming up pretty soon here on GeoBrax in the Global Cities Tournament 2024.